Hey all you gorgeous YouTubers. This unfortunately is the last video that I'll be doing on the Jag. Unfortunately I've decided to sell it and I'm not very happy about the decision, but my needs have changed and it's time to let the Jag go on to a new owner who can enjoy it for many miles to come. But before I let the car go, I want to do an update. I've had some requests from you guys wanting to know more about the ceramic coating and also wanting to know about the headlights, the bulbs that I put in my headlights, the LED bulbs, and then also the windshield wipers, how they're performing, the ones I bought on AliExpress. So first I want to just talk about the ceramic coating. As you guys know, I ceramic coated the car probably about 4 months ago, and I think it was 4 months ago or 5 months ago, and it's probably one of the best things I actually ever did to the car because I don't have to polish it every time I wash the car now. It just, all the dirt washes off and it looks like a polished car. And you guys will see some of the stills and shots that I'm going to show you now as well, that it's actually looking pretty good. And you know, I've done a video where you guys can actually get $25 off if you use the code Hilton25 on their website, and I'll put the link down in the description again. You know, this is something that you guys can attempt yourself as long as you have corrected your paint, if your paint's pretty bad. Mine wasn't too bad, and I did do some paint correction before I did it, so that's not something I actually made clear in my original video when I did it. The other thing is, as far as the headlights are concerned, I did, on my video where I actually installed the LED bulbs, I showed you guys two different bulbs that I used. Now, one of the bulbs had a little fan on it, and one of the bulbs just had a heatsink behind it. And what I found is that the bulb with the fan was actually way better than the bulb with the heatsink. The heatsink bulb gave more of a yellowish light and it was more spotty all over the show, whereas the bulbs with the fans actually threw a really equal, really bright white equal light over the whole road. So I decided to take the ones that I had in the high beams out, those were the ones with the solid heatsink, and I replaced them with the ones with the fans as well. So now the brights are even brighter, because the ones with the fans actually they make a brighter white light, and they're even brighter than xenons. And I think the nighttime results are pretty outstanding, you know, if you're driving along. And you know, no one's going to flash their brights at you because the light dispersion is equal, it's even, and on your low beams you've got your perfect low beam pattern. So you know, that's something that's really nice to have. And so far the bulbs, I think it's been more than a year now, maybe 2 years. I can't remember when I did the LED conversion. I think it was last year sometime. I've never had any issues with the LED bulbs with the fans. A lot of people don't like them, they're against them. Personally, I feel that they're better than the solid state heat sinks because they get the heat away from the bulb and they get the heat away from the housing and your wiring, because if the conduit on the wiring actually becomes brittle and dries out from constant heat, you're going to experience the conduit coming off completely, and if that happens you're going to short out your headlights and you could cause a lot of electrical issues in the car itself. So I would rather use the fan ones if you're going to do an LED conversion, if you have H7 halogen bulbs in your headlights. Check out that video, I'll put a link at the end of this video. If you want to do your conversion yourself, there are links to the two different adapters you need for the high beam and the low beam. And there are two totally different adapters. So the low beam adapter is only available from one supplier on eBay. So I recommend that you just buy them. They're not cheap, but you're going to need them for your low beam, so you're going to need two of them. The other thing is the windshield wipers that I got on AliExpress have actually proven to be better than the original wipers I bought from Jaguar. Now the wipers that I took off the car that I got from Jaguar were only a year old and they were already making streaks. It doesn't rain often here where we live, but I do often use the windshield washer to clean the windshield, you know, when there are bugs and things on there. And I found that the rubber compound on the Jaguar ones is much softer, and they tend to break and tear very easily, which causes streaks in the windshield. The AliExpress ones they're not hard rubber, but I think they're a better quality actually, and they haven't broken or caused any streaks yet. They don't make any noises when you use them. They're actually silent and quiet, and it's been quite a long time. We actually had a lot of rain about 2 months ago, and it kind of broke our drought, because we've had a terrible drought here, and I used the wipers quite a lot, and they performed quite admirably. So I can also highly recommend buying those wipers on AliExpress, and I'll put a link to that in the description as well. So, you know, I've got a few inserts here in the video on the wipers and the ceramic coating. So you can see actually when I take a hose pipe and I put it to the paint, the water just, you know, rolls off. It doesn't actually stick to the car. It is a fallacy that if you drive through muddy water or you drive through dirt or mud, that it's not going to stick to the paint. It will stick to the paint, but it'll come off very, very easy. It won't leave any marks, and you can actually use a hose pipe to just get it off. And then you do need a foam wash to get all the little bit of grit out of the paint. So that's it for this video, and you know, it's quite sad that this is the last video that I'll be doing on the Jag. I want to thank you guys for supporting me on the videos that I did post on the Jag, and I'm going to be replacing the Jag with an SUV, and one of the big reasons for doing that is because the roads are just too bad here where I live. Whenever I go out, I'm neurotic about potholes and hitting a pothole. When I had the Audi, my partner uses the Audi now, and I hit a pothole with that car, and it just led to a whole slew of continuous issues where the shocks were damaged. I replaced new wheels, new tires. I still had this vibration, and turned out the shocks were actually just buggered. They were 6 months old, and the Monroe shocks, and they failed. I don't know if they failed when I hit the pothole, but they failed. The other reason is, you know, we live in an area where we have lots of game parks and that kind of thing, and I'd like to go and see some of the game parks, and you can't do it in a Jag. The car's just too low. It's very, very low. The clearance under this car, the ground clearance under the Jag is extremely low, and I wouldn't recommend taking this car on an excursion like that. I would never even take a Jag on a dirt road. I've never ever taken it on a dirt road in all the years I've had it. So I've had the car for 5 years now, and I've loved every moment of driving it and owning it. And yeah, I'm not going to tell you guys exactly what I'm buying just yet. I'll leave that for a big reveal. I'll do a video on that. But I'll give you an idea. There were 3 SUVs that I looked at. One was a Mazda CX-5, one was the Hyundai Tucson, and the other one was the Nissan X-Trail. So I've made my decision between 3 of them. You guys will get to see the big reveal. I might do a video on when the guy who's purchasing the Jag actually comes to collect it, and introduce you guys to him, and show the car driving off for the last time. That'll be a very sad moment for me, because I really do love the car, and it's not nice letting it go, but it's life. I want to thank you guys for supporting me on the Jag videos and for watching them, and you know, if you guys do have any questions on your Jags, I can still help you with them, and I will still answer any questions you guys may have on my older videos. So you know, stay tuned. There's a new chapter starting on my YouTube channel now, and it's going to be something completely different. It's still going to be about the SUV, but I think it's going to be different because I'll be doing different things with that car. So thanks for watching, thanks for supporting me, and stay tuned for more. Cheers.